short. We're operating on short rest. Like the Steelers and Ravens are doing. This week we only got one other topic. This is kind of a different week, not as much of a jam-packed week in terms of business news. Obviously, the world is on fire outside of that, but I want to talk a little bit about how Black Friday went, and then we're currently sitting here on Cyber Monday, and as soon as we hang up on this, I'm gonna have to go and take advantage of some deals like normal. Cyber Monday, we were just talking about A&M days. That's where I used to get all of my suits for $400 off or something. You'd get a Calvin Klein suit or something for like $150 at Men's Warehouse. You just find
where are you wearing suits these days, man?
I'm not. Back in college, we were when we were begging for people to employ us. But nowadays, I'm lucky to get out of a hoodie and sweats.
Sounds rough, man.
I'm not complaining. I just think it was funny how Cyber Monday, even if I, needed one or not, that's just when I would get my suits. I accrued 4 or 5 over the years. Just like, okay, I need charcoal this time, or something
Right.
like that. And let's go with the name brand for $150 total or something like that.
Yeah, so like you were saying, Black Friday, pretty much everyone went virtual. I mean, they've been doing it the last couple of years, I think, but now we're all forced to do it virtually. You can't do it, or I guess you could have still done the in-person one a little bit differently. I don't know what weirdos would want to do it.
Hey,
I apologize for anybody that keeps that tradition.
Hey, I took a little Best Buy tour of around the Central Texas Best Buys. There was a reason. I was just I had nothing to do, and I was looking for a Sonos Beam, and two of the Best Buys in the suburbs said they had some, and of course, when you got there, they weren't. But I would not have gone if I had actual things to do.
You made the mistake of not ordering online and then go picking it up.
No, I am not pre-planning this year, way less pre-planning. Because usually, yes, I am the last person to want to go into a store on Black Friday. Last year, my mother and sister got drunk on wine and then made my brother and I drive them around to all these different stores, and I hated every second of it. But
so y'all are that family, man.
No, actually, it was the first time.
Twice.
That was the first time we had done that. Usually, it's like, do we need anything from there? No? Cool. We don't have to go.
I will willingly pay 30% more not to have to fight off crazy people, especially not during a pandemic, but like otherwise, like I do not want to sit in the cold. I do not want to camp out. My time is worth way more to me, honestly. I will willingly pay more or wait till Cyber Monday and buy it online. Hopefully it's still in stock.
Exactly. And I think Cyber Monday, it's become more of a deal. These are all artificial holidays anyway, so they're just moving with the times and they're not tied to anything or any sort of nostalgia. Maybe some people miss storming a Target doors.
People do it every year. It's a tradition. Yeah, they love it. They like the interaction and the fighting. It's their Super Bowl. I mean, I get it. People
want to shank somebody for a 35-inch TV.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it to an extent, but it is just not for me. No matter what the situation is.
Well, especially you're just talking about in pandemic times. The second Best Buy I went into, everyone was in masks, but it was like Corona didn't even exist. It was like, let's make this one quick. Oh, it's not here. Bye, and get the hell out of here. I thought it was interesting though. Even relatively speaking, foot traffic in stores were down 52% this year from 2019, and e-commerce went up nearly 22% on Friday, with about total of $9 billion spent on Friday alone. I'm sure that number is going to be surpassed by the end of in 2 hours when Cyber Monday ends. I just thought that was interesting how just because the foot traffic went down didn't mean the sales figures didn't go up. So I do feel for the poor small businesses that don't have enough of an online presence with their customers and their community that are going to suffer because of the lack of foot traffic this year. But you see your Walmart's, Amazon, I guess, has no digital, unless you're talking Whole Foods, where you're dropping $38 for some twigs and sparkling water. Guilty. But Yeah, it's just, or a Target or Best Buy are better examples. I feel like where you can get a curbside pickup or online. You don't even have to go inside. Why would you if you're not in a rush?
Right. Yeah, I mean, you kind of mentioned the smaller businesses, the ones that are doing well, that are surviving, had this anticipated for a while, doing basically the warehouse, the inventory thing where they do a small shop, they still maintain those, but they don't do much with it. They might even be closed on Black Friday, but physically, but then they basically put all their infrastructure into their website, do the whole weekend, Wednesday before Thanksgiving to today, Cyber Monday, where they have their only 25% off, but it's for a couple of days. So you have time to put in your cart and do all this stuff. You take your time and eventually you're going to buy it. And they have the they're putting infrastructure towards shipping and online to be able to get it out in time before Christmas. And I think the ones that anticipated are going to be okay in the long run. People that want to buy from this stuff and the targeted Google ads are helping them, I'm sure, enough. I know I looked up one little thing. I looked up joggers the other day and just getting hammered on Instagram day after day,
Every
just
D2C
on
brand.
one search from all these little small businesses and a lot of them local too, which is kind of cool. I've been tempted
Oh,
to buy
Outdoor
something.
Voices hitting you up with some joggers?
Well, of course. I mean, I'm not buying it because they're lying on their thing saying they have up to 70% off. They have the zero item 70% off, but it's okay. I did click on their link and look through Instagram, so it did work. They got the traffic at least.
Yeah,
It's just
you're seeing we've seen a rise. I just read about this earlier or today in social media shopping, like shopping in a social media app. Um, it hasn't quite exploded as I thought it would, and I think that's interesting still. Even to
it's
where,
relatively has exploded from 2 years ago. It was
well, yeah,
all really crappy
I'm
stuff.
talking about in app. I'm not talking about running a Facebook ad and you're redirected to a website. I'm talking about you're scrolling through Instagram, you see your joggers, boom, those look those look good. Let's grab them. Click buy, done. Don't
Gotcha.
even scroll.
Yeah, no, the stigma's still there of I don't want to buy things through my social media stuff, and people are up in arms about the different layouts and stuff of it being in your thumb space of the shopping tab. And I think once that kind of dies down a little bit of the outrage and it just becomes a regular thing, you might see a increase in that, especially as they improve the algorithm and figure out how to target it even better, make it more user friendly and likable. I don't know. I'm sure it'll become a normality eventually. Just
Yeah,
not yet.
yeah, we'll see. And then taking it back to the 52% decline in foot traffic. Some of that also is unfortunately due to increased COVID lockdown restrictions. It's not just because 52% less people stayed home this year. I mean, I think it's a mix and a blend of you have people not wanting to go in stores and also people who couldn't go in stores in certain areas of the country. But one thing I also think is interesting though is like you said, businesses that were prepared. This wasn't news that Cyber or Black Friday was going to be tough on foot traffic. It's just not possible in a socially distanced world. And we've seen a lot of sales not be confined to the usual artificial days of you have your Black Friday for indoor, you've got your Cyber Monday for today, you've got your Giving Tuesday for tomorrow, but Giving Tuesday is a little bit separate. But you've seen these sales go on for the whole month almost.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to slow down, especially while companies are so desperate to capture as much revenue as possible this year, especially ones with retail locations.
Yeah, and they'll do the whole, hey, you missed Black Friday, but here's a little bit less off, but it's still a discount, and it's a mind game. It's playing the game the right way, and I think a lot of small
Congratulations.
businesses
You
and
played
businesses,
yourself.
yeah, a lot of small and businesses are recognizing that and doing the right thing for them. It's still consumerism in America. That's not going to change. So they're taking advantage of it, and I'm feeding hell into it. I'm sorry, but I am.
I mean, I'm about to, like I said, right when we're done with this.
I've already done mine. I did
Papa,
my Black Friday online.
Papa needs a 75 inch, not a 55-inch TV now. Just saying.
I do need to buy my roommates gifts though, because hopefully they don't listen to this. But yeah, I did put some stuff on my Amazon cart this morning for my roommates. So
Yeah.
see if it's still there by the time I look up to this.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do a follow up on what the fallout. Well, I guess we'll say is of not Black Friday, but because we know that, but of Cyber Monday and how much that'll explode over 2019 figures, which are already the all time high um, previously. So we'll see how it goes. I still think we're going to just see e-commerce sales like we've never seen before, and I'm personally all for it. I'm not a big in-store shopper. When I'm buying something, it's usually because I've already made the decision. I've already done my own research of what I'm going to buy. I say that, and I have 6 different tabs open for different TVs because I
Yeah.
can't. I have paralysis by just too much choice here, and we'll see how that goes. But so quickly wrap up. So we think we both are in agreement. E-commerce sales. We know they're going to continue in the future, but do we think this is going to be a catalyst for even a higher incremental growth rate for e-commerce sales going into the future for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and maybe we just start to see it become more of a, it already was a shopping season, but now that shopping season has moved digital.
I do. I might just be a little biased because I prefer it that way. I think there will still be the leftovers that people just want to do the in person shopping on Black Friday. But I think as we move forward in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be almost majorly move to online shopping, where Black Friday and Cyber Monday are basically the same thing like they were this year.
Yeah, I would
Kind of
prefer
hope so.
honestly that I be able to get my gifts and gift buying done online and then go to a physical store location for a more unique or tailored experience from that brand. And maybe then you upsell me there for whatever it is. That's not going to happen at Walmart, but it might happen at, say, one of the jogger brands that was climbing all over your Instagram feed. A Lulu Outdoor Voices kind of deal. That would be a perfect opportunity for them.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think we'll see more more geared towards the arts in the next 20 years or so with that kind of stuff, where you need to go see it in person, do all this stuff, and it's very unique things. Whereas online, you can virtually view this stuff pretty accurately with technology now, even with apparel. But yeah, the smaller shops are going to have that upcharge because they have that personal touch, or maybe even you have the I'm trying to think of a brand like Tacova where you go and it's an experience, or like how Nordstrom kind of does their stuff where they give you a drink and they sell you on the stuff. You're going for the sales experience, not just the product. You're going for the cater to you. You're getting a drink. You're seeing the product from a human being.
Yeah, you're not doing it for your
Maybe that's where
laundry
we're headed to,
detergent.
honestly.
You're not doing it for your laundry detergent. I was just reading about how luxury brands like LVMH and Hermes and thing. I'm not that well versed in them. Rolex are caught between a not so much a rock and a hard place. They just deem it as a rock and a hard place of, do they go online and what do they offer online? Because the whole prestige of their brand is luxury, and to be a luxury item, that means you have to be scarce. You can't just get it
Right.
anywhere. You have to be able to get. So that was their whole thing, was they got to play gatekeeper and get, like you just said, give you a drink and have a whole experience. And I think you'll see, like you just said, an expansion of that even more with brands that it makes sense for. But like I said, for commodities, you're not going to see that.
Well, who's perfected that, right? Is shoes. Shoe brands do that. Nike, Adidas, they do their release drops, and they do limited supplies for their premium stuff, and then for their basic stuff that they make in high quantity, you can buy it anytime online, whatever. They rarely go out of style or go out of their product.
Yeah, it's given
For
to a whole
their premium
rise of an
stuff.
industry like StockX and I think what's the called? There's another one out there. I can't remember the name of it, and I
Yeah.
have the app on my phone. Um, but the sneakerhead, yeah, in streetwear collection, but it's not even limited to those two. But it's like you said, those are prime examples of that. And sneaker brands also are great at doing what other brands, especially smart online D2C brands, will do. And they're going to start using algorithms more and more to serve you up certain things that are more tailored to you and put it in front of you proactively rather than make it
I
after
know
you've
about it.
already, yeah, like what you just experienced with your Instagram ads, but also do it via email in your other social media feeds and in online as well. So it's like when you get to their go to their website and they're, this gets into a whole different discussion on data privacy, but for the time being, just let's just say they know it's you when you go to their website and they put exactly what their algorithm is going to recommend that they want you to buy, and those will probably just happen to be the highest margin items.
Yeah, it just happens. And they'll put the similar stuff that's at a lower margin at the bottom of the list. Uh, yeah, it gets to a rough spot. I mean, but if everyone's getting what they want and they're okay paying the prices, I mean, I don't see an ultimate problem with it. It can pose a problem. It's just a little unethical, maybe, in my opinion. But grand scheme, I mean, you still got to go out and buy something. You still got to put that purchase in. It's your up to the consumer. So
Yep.
can't complain too much.
Yeah, and a
You wait
consumer's
for
never been armed with more information at their fingertips than
yeah,
ever before.
no joke. I'm
But
sure
yeah,
a lot of people listen to me right now.
hopefully they
Figuring,
didn't hear you. But yeah, let's hop off. Let's get our shopping done. Everybody, thank you for listening to this little short quarterly learnings this week. Subscribe, rate, review, watch us on YouTube, tell your friends about us. We'll see you next time.